Hello fellow Minecraft addicts, Jarbo here. I am standing on top of our little fortress area where we are going to try to make our skeleton farm, wither skeleton farm. Wither skull, or wither skeleton skull, whatever farm, to be more specific. We're also going to get blazes, some magma cubes, and skeletons, zombie pigmen, or piglins, things that spawn in a fortress. But what I have to figure out now is the best way to deal with these mobs. I believe what I want to do is I'm standing here and looking at this. We basically have 4 rows that they could spawn on. I believe all of these actually spawn on this block, not this one. I don't know if we're going to use all of these spawning locations. I might just use part of them. Because we don't need an insane amount of mobs, or an insane amount of, mobs from this farm. So, my plan is get all of the mobs, get them in minecarts, bring them maybe to this side or maybe to this side, I'm not sure, one side or the other, and drop them into a trident killer, basically. So I'm gonna get set up. I need to go get some glass to put the rails on, and I will check back in with you once I've started putting the trident killer together on this farm. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, well, so I got this monstrosity built. So the problem is, it works as long as I'm standing over here, but this isn't the best spot as far as for loading all the spawn spots, and I think we're losing one whole row of spawn spots because I'm so far away that the minecart that's up there despawns any mob that gets into it before it gets back over here. So but what I'm dealing with is the blazes. As you can see now, the blazes are doing alright. They're going down there, they're getting killed. They do float up every once in a while. The pistons knock any mobs besides the large magma cubes off, so that they don't sit on those dirt blocks with the wither roses on it to kill. That's just to break down the large magma cubes. But if I'm standing down here, the blazes go down and they get killed, and we're getting blaze rods. Got some wither skeleton skulls. Getting all of the trident killers apparently now drop weapons and armor, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to deal with that. But what the problem is if I go up here to the actual AFK spot that loads the farm properly, right over here, see where all the blazes are at? Because they've all gone down there and they've gotten hit by the trident, and so they're technically trying to pathfind to me, and they can sense me that I'm over here, and that makes them want to fly up. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to tear that apart and move it over here, but up higher. So then I'll bring the minecarts out, they'll go up and over and drop all the mobs higher up, so that the trident killer will be above me over here. I got to figure that out, and I got to take that out. But we'll get there. I also have a baby zombie pigman running around. I'm going to try to put armor stands. I think that keeps the pigmen and the magma cubes from spawning. And then I could simplify the trident to a whole bunch, because I don't need all the necking it down for the large magma cubes if I can get rid of them. So I'm going to mess with that for a little bit, and I will talk to you guys in just a little while. Alright guys, I'm trying to improve the farm here a little bit, and I thought maybe if I put wither roses on all of the spawn spots. It would stop everything except for wither skeletons from spawning, but that doesn't work. Even on netherrack, as you can see there, with no valid spawn spots, something should be spawning there if it's possible. So, alright, we're gonna try something different. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try this for a little while and see. I think I still might need to lower the AFK spot or bring the Trident Killer up a couple of blocks. The blazes kind of get stuck a little bit, but they eventually die, and the wither skeletons die pretty fast. I did not do anything to deal with magma cubes, so I will have to figure that out. But we are still getting pigmen, zombie pigmen, skeletons, wither skeletons, blazes. As long as we don't get a magma cube inside the Trident Killer, which we will, I'm sure, everything should be pretty good. So we're just going to sit here and watch this for a little bit, and I'll check back in with you guys in just a little bit. Hey guys, well, I got a double Trident Killer now. I decided to try to get more spawn spots going. I mean, it's staying pretty full. There's always, seems like, mobs in there. There's when I let this go for kind of a long time, we do have baby pigmen or piglin, zombie piglin or whatever that end up running around in magma cubes here and there. But there was magma cream in the loot chest, so some magmas or magma cubes are making it into the Trident Killer. But yeah, we're gonna let this run for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go check the chests, and after we get done with that, the next thing to do is build a actual storage system, not just this cascading chests that I have going on here. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I cleared out all the chests, and we are gonna do a 1-hour rate test before we build the storage system for this. I'm curious to see how it does. It's all cleared up right now, so I do need to address that right there is spawnable from where I'm standing, and ghasts and magma cubes do spawn down there, so I guess I need to dig some more out down there or slab it. For right now, I'm just gonna leave it because it doesn't really matter that much. The rates are still better than trying to kill them by hand, so but I'll let you guys know how it does. Be back in just a little bit. Hello guys. Well, we did a 1-hour long rate test, and the rates aren't amazing, but they're not too bad. So here's what we got. I won't keep the arrows, but I included them because you might. So that's 33 wither skeleton skulls, 12 magma cream, 5 gold ingots, 108 gold nuggets, 241 arrows, 494 coal, 422 blaze rods, and 905 arrows. Now the rates on the coal, the blaze rods, I guess the bones, and the wither skeleton skulls could be better if we could figure out how to block the magma and the pigment spawns, but I can't figure out how to get the oh, you know what I'm talking about, the armor stand in place on the blocks. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I just wanted to get kind of a rough idea where we're at, and now we have a baseline. We can improve on it, and yeah, so that's where we started. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on a storage system for this, because one thing that I will tell you, having fixed so that mobs drop their armor and their weapons from Trident Killers is plugging this up with stone and gold swords and a little bit of armor and bows from the skeletons. That rate test actually filled up 5 double chests of stuff, and most of it was stone swords and bows with the few gold swords from the zombie pigmen thrown in, or zombie piglins thrown in there as well. So yeah, but I'm gonna work on the storage system, and I will be back and show you that when we get done with that. See you guys in a bit. Well, everyone, we have our finished fortress farm. So the way this works, we gotta go over here and turn it on. I mean, you've seen the mine carts, put the mobs in there. I had to replace the glass. I was using the glass so I could see what was going on in the Trident Killer, but it kept pushing the mobs into the glass, so we got rid of the glass, put some blackstone in there. But you've seen it. Turn it on, put some mobs in there, Trident Killer kills them. We have a kind of crude little storage system down here. There's one Trident Killer, can't see it, it's right above there. Goes into a hopper line that runs down the side here, joins the hopper line that comes from the other Trident Killer right there, and runs through some item filters. So we've got our magma cream going in there, and I put 2 stacks of every item, even though we'll never get enough gold out of this, gold nuggets out of this, or ingots, or nuggets really, to fill up 2 stacks of chests. But it doesn't miss items that way, because we're also going down here, and I've got this one marked with bows because we get enough skeletons that we get a bunch of bows. So whenever I run it, it fills up, and I just throw all the swords and armor on the ground and keep the bows, and eventually this will be full of bows. Everything that overflows after this is full, the rotten flesh and the arrows go through a filter and get dumped into our little trash can burner here. And then all the overflow after this is full of the armor and swords and things also gets dumped into the dispenser and gets burned. There's lava under there, and it burns it all. This is just a simple little dropper with a clock that if there's items in there, the comparator reads it, the repeater powers that block. One side is a subtract mode so that it will create a clock, the other side powers the dispenser so that it drops items. So yeah, there's that. And then we have our filters back here, just the standard filter that I always use, one Silent Whisper design, and that's it. We go over here, we run up, or climb up the scaffolding here, and brings us up right into our AFK spot. We can sit here and watch the farm run. If we stay down 1 block, it helps keep the blazes down in the Trident Killers. They try to pathfind down to get to my level after the Trident hits them the first time, but works good. We've already got quite a few Wither Skeleton skulls. I mean, we got 7, almost 8 stacks from running the farm, plus what we already had. So, but the real reason that I wanted to do this is for the coal. You can't see it because you don't open, but both of these shulker boxes should be completely full of coal already. And the reason that normally it'll fill the first stack and then the second stack, but I had to rearrange these a little bit when I put this in. So that's why it's filling up both at the same time. We got a lot of bones. We have bones for days because both those shulker boxes are also full of bones. Blaze rods, we have a pretty good amount. Yeah, I think both shulker boxes are full of blaze rods too, so we have a lot of drops from this farm that we can use for fuel. The gold's not that great, magma cream really not that great. We get a lot of that in other places, but the coal, the Wither Skeleton skulls, and the bones and the blaze rods will be awesome. So, but anyway, that's where I'm gonna wrap this up. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the farm build, drop a like and let me know. If you didn't, you can do the other thing, but if you do that, leave me a comment and let me know what you didn't like about it. And as always, if you want to follow along as we continue to build crazy farms in this world, subscribe, turn notifications on. You'll get notified whenever I post a new video and you'll be the first to see it. So thank you, have a good day, thanks for watching, bye.